in the year 700, there was a guy, he was a Basilian monk. And he was a priest, and he was offering Mass in Italy, in a town called Lanciano. And as he was at the altar, and he's offering up the sacrifice of the body and blood, soul, and divinity of Jesus, he had questions about the real presence. And in his very hands, the host changed physically into flesh, and the wine changed physically into blood. They preserved it. They kept it. In fact, if you go to Lanciano, Italy right now, you can see that. It wasn't until 1970 and then again in 1980 that they actually allowed scientists to examine what they were claiming was flesh and blood. And the doctors who examined this, the scientists who examined it, they came to a big conclusion. The big conclusion was, yeah, this blood is actually human blood. And not only is this blood human blood, this blood is of type AB. Not only that, but what they claimed to be flesh was actually flesh. But not only was it flesh, it was heart tissue. Myocardium from the left ventricle. Even though these samples were 1,200 years old, they were still intact, still living tissue. This happened again in 1996 in Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires, there was a host that had fallen to the floor. Someone had put it like on a candle stand, and a nun brought it up to the priest and said, "We found this host." The priest did what you normally do. You put it in a glass of water and put it in the tabernacle, allow it to dissolve. After a week, typically, a consecrated host will dissolve more or less completely, and then you can dispose of it properly. But after a week, not only was it not dissolved, there were these spots that looked like blood coming from that host. They kept it in water. He told his archbishop, was Archbishop Jorge Bergoglio, which is Pope Francis. The Pope said, or the Archbishop said, "Well, preserve this, keep it in a tabernacle, keep it locked up." 3 years later, in 1999, they sent 2 samples to labs in New York and to labs in Los Angeles. And they didn't tell the researchers, the scientists, they didn't tell them what they were sending them. They just said, "Could you please look at this sample and tell us what you find, but we need the entire sample back. Don't dispose of it. We need the whole sample back."